Hello, my name is Kunal Pathak, and today my topic is regarding GMOs. There are basic two reasons why I chose this topic. First is to present a case against GMO companies, and secondary reason is also to spread awareness about GMOs because while making this, I talked to some of my friends and they didn't even know what GMOs were. So, here are some of the topics I'll be covering regarding GMOs. So, what are GMOs? Genetically modified organisms are basically organisms whose genetic material has been removed, added, or altered basically. From genetic engineering, scientists can insert certain traits or features into an organism, like enhancing a crop's resistance. This manipulation of DNA would never happen in nature, and it replaces the natural method of selective breeding, which has been considered as common and safe practice and used by growers from very beginning. Even if we ignore the environmental and health concerns caused by GMOs, there are still other issues which give rise to concern. For example, pushing the narrative that GM seeds are only way to feed the world. Farmers are forbidden to save their seeds from one harvest to next, which means 1.4 billion poorer farmers, especially in Africa, have to buy new seeds every year, that also at a price set by GM seeds producer. Countries such as Brazil, Argentina, and US, which have adopted to GM crops, have also reduced their farmers' independence in the choice of the seeds. In Brazil, for instance, seed stores were required to sell 85% of GM soy seeds and no more than 15% non-GM. In 2012, the ETC Group report showed that 75% of the world global seed sales were controlled by 10 companies alone, which is pretty alarming. One of the most common objections against GMOs are gene flow, which means GM crops and non-GM crops can unintentionally crossbreed and can introduce new unwanted characteristics in them. There have been cases of GM crops growing where they weren't planted and traces of modified genes being found in foreign crops. If it's possible that GM crops and non-GM crops can crossbreed, it actually gives rise to a more important question. Does food that come from GM crops actually different and safe from food that come from non-GM crops? This question has been a major concern from the very beginning. And what about the plants that were engineered to be toxic? For example, BT crops, which lets plant produce their own proteins, which destroys digestive system of insects and pests. This BT crop produces its own pesticides. Insects that eat it die, which sounds alarming. Pesticides can be usually washed off.
भूल गया
Pesticides can be usually washed off because they are present on the surface of the plants. But in BT crops, pesticide is present inside the crop. Here we again get to the dark underbelly of GM crops. For pesticide industry, it is a big business. For example, 90% of cash crops grown in US are resistant to a herbicide known as glyphosate. As a result, the sales of glyphosate has increased substantially. Farmers are forced to rely on this method only to keep weed aside. As I said, one of the most fundamental problems about GMOs is actually the criticism of modern agriculture and business practices of huge corporations that control our seed production. Also, scientists believe that glyphosate has been used in such abundance that we are practically breathing and drinking glyphosate at this point. Also, there have been debates about labeling GMOs, which is not a bad idea actually. This way, consumers can know more about GMOs and can understand what they're eating, and awareness can be spread about GMOs. But the main question still remains that do we need GM crops as a fight against world hunger? A report in 2008 conducted by over 400 international scientists, sponsored by International World Bank and United Nations, did not endorse GM crops as a solution to world hunger. It suggested that GM crops are highly variable and in some cases in decline, especially in poorer countries where the GM seeds and fertilizers are not easily affordable. It is politics, war, and waste that cause lack of food. There are too many failures regarding GM crops. For example, golden rice, which was formed by incorporating beta carotene into normal rice grains produced for people with deficiency in vitamin A. It took over 20 years to produce and cost millions of dollars. but still shows negligible amount of increase in beta carotene. A person needs Reports have shown that a person needs मेरी तरफ कर रहे हो? Reports have shown that a person needs to take over 3 kilos of golden rice to increase their vitamin A level. While Philippines and other NGOs have increased vitamin A intake in children just by promoting vegetables that were in abundance in that country. ये दोबारा बोल रहा हूँ मैं.
मैं पॉज नहीं
Philippines
कर
and
रहा.
देख हाँ. Philippines and while Philippines and NGOs were able to reduce deficiency in children from 40% to 15% just by promoting vegetables that were in abundance in that country. Presenting this case against GMOs, I'm in no way saying that I oppose new technology or innovation. World eats 11 million pounds of food every day and will need 70% more of it by 2050. We can expand our agricultural lands by cutting down trees or use more intensifying farming methods, which means GMO can be the new organic. It could potentially be our most powerful weapon in saving our biosphere. However, the uncertainties that surround GMOs seems makes it a little too much to invest on them on a huge scale. However, I don't think that this plan should be dropped forever. It just needs a little more attention from scientists